Hello, welcome to a brand new vlog. It's my birthday today. I got 35 years old and I really feel old today. I think that has something to do with the lack of sleep that we both had last night. Night was, 2 out of 10, and I say 2 because even the evening was quite scattered with Leia waking up multiple times. Well, there are better days to come, hopefully. Such night won't repeat anytime soon. But yeah, we are awake since 4:30ish, and the night practically ended at 6, where I hoped that she would nap 1 more hour and that we would get a little bit of sleep, but her pampers leaked out, so that was it. Anyhow, Falco took over and I rolled around in the bed for another hour or so, but I will not really say that it had a lot of relaxing impact on me. You might notice that I'm sitting in front, and that's because obviously Leia is in daycare, and the goal and the idea for today was to use this half day to do something for ourselves. Initially I was contemplating to go do a very posh brunch at Four Seasons or something like that, but I'm going out in the evening together with my mom friends to eat tacos in the city, so I thought, why waste the day 2 times going out to eat, even though essentially it would have been really different. Alternatively, what you can do in the morning hours during the week, the options are quite limited. We have not been in the cinema quite long, so I thought we're gonna check out what is there, and believe it or not, we are going to see Zoomania 2 in the cinema. Yeah, I think I'm excited that it's not anything very deep. To be frank, I would not know if I could follow with thoughts given how the night went last night. So having something light-hearted, eating a little bit of popcorn, having a different experience of watching something together. And then we are planning to go to Medimarkt, to the DJI store that is also around the area where we are heading to, and see if we can check out the Osmo Nano. I'm very curious about that camera and how it looks. Let's see. We just arrived to Westfield, which is a shopping center, one of the biggest malls that was opened recently. Maybe you remember it from my vlogs. Anyhow, we are quite late. That's why we will need to head directly to the cinema to get some snacks. Let's see if there is anyone inside at all. Maybe some children. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. There it is. It is also first time for me being here. Falco is already heading up. Looks like being a food mile. Cinema is supposed to be up there. Self-paid station. Choosing our order. It's a little bit crazy to eat popcorn at 10:30 a.m. but it's part of the experience, so we're going for it. Wanted to quickly show you my outfit because there is really no one here, and why not? I just took out this shop decorated coat that I have since 2 years. It's like first time that I'm wearing it this year. Have my Birkin 25, and then underneath I have Isabel Marant jeans and the flattered boots. I wonder what the guys behind at the desk think of me filming all this. Here we go. We are inside, and one can definitely feel that it's been a while that we were in the cinema. A lot has changed. First, let me show you around. There are the seats up. I don't know if the upper ones are the premium ones, Falco meant somehow. And then where we sit are sort of like cuddle sofas. And then you have the armchairs, which are supposed to move, vibrate based on what's happening in the movie. Down below, the first 2 rows are the ones with the possibility to lift your legs up to be in half-lying position. Also, you don't have to compromise. If you're someone like me, your phone can be charging whilst you are watching the movie. So let's see. let's see what it's gonna be. There are only 2 other parties except us in the room, so we can freely move around, which is a good thing, bearing in mind that I forgot to bring glasses with me, so I'm not exactly sure how well I'm gonna see what's happening on the screen. Can we even talk about the size of this popcorn? And that's supposed to be medium. Huge, just huge. Okay, little plan change. Falgo says that I need to learn taking things positive, but I was just saying how quickly time flies once you try to do something. I was not aware that we already need to start going back home in like about maximum hour time, and I also wanted to go to Cartier to check out the ring and few bits of jewelry that I really wanted to try on since super long. That was sort of my primary goal when taking the day off today. And to realize that, it means we need to cut off on other things and we won't be able to go to the DJI store to check out the camera. Let's see if we can allocate some time for that on the weekend. So yeah, keep all the fingers crossed that they don't have big queue, which I hope won't be the case on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday forenoon. We barely have half an hour left, and I hate to be rushed like this, but that's the reality and we have to make the best out of it. By the way, Van Cleef and Arpels opened. Cartier, here we come. We are just standing in front of the daycare. Falgo is picking up Leia. We had to return and quite rushed, so much so that I could not pick up neither cake for me. No judgment put on Falgo. I told him that I did not want that he organizes cake because every single time last birthdays he got huge cake which we could not consume ourselves, and then it ended up thrown into the bin, which would have been a little bit pity in terms of cost, but food waste, etc. So I was thinking, as we are in the city, to get a few of the macaroon cake. I don't know if you remember that, but there are a few of my favorite from Lindo Bakery, and literally there was no time. It took so long at Cartier. They told us that we were the next one in the row, and we waited approximately 45 minutes and somehow they could not serve us, which is quite upsetting if you think about it. I mismanaged the time. You guys know that I'm always complaining that when I go to the city there is practically no time for anything. I just come and I have 1.5 hours and I have to run back to be back on time, or I'm late and then get complaints from Falgo. Basically what I wanted to say is that I miscalculated, thinking that midweek forenoon the stores would be empty and that we would not have to wait as long as we did. So we wasted time there instead of at least getting cake and flowers or anything like that. For me, what should I say? We did not get anything from Cartier either. They now booked an appointment for us in 2 weeks' time, and to be frank, I'm not exactly sure if I want that anymore. The thing is, I love doing gifts on my birthday. I know it sounds very childish, but it was always important for me to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. I think it also definitely ties with my childhood, where no one would arrive on my birthday, or everyone who I thought should not have forgotten my birthday would forget my birthday. My mom would bake a cake and would ask all the neighbor children to come in, and they would shy away because they forgot and didn't organize any type of gift. This gift giving is a big thing in Georgia as well. So I think I'm grooming with that my little child, that I always get something for myself. It's not a gift from Falgo as many of the people think. It's a gift from me to me mostly. Quite upsetting that it did not work out this year. And now I'm thinking, I don't know, in 2 weeks time it's almost Christmas. It doesn't really feel like my birthday gift to myself. Do I need to make that splurge? I don't know if that makes sense to anyone really, because it sounds really ridiculous in terms of argumentation, but if you were me, you would maybe understand understand what I mean. I'm not the person who, for example, postpones the birthdays and celebrates over the weekend. I don't like that. I don't do that. I love my birthday to be like a focal point, egoistically to be about me, to get the princess treatment, to get the gifts. And yeah, once again, being a mom can humble you on many levels. You guys, it's entire week later. Apologies for not following up on that day. I left you sort of on my lowest part of the day, but to be honest, the day just got better. I know I overall struggle with putting things into perspective and looking at things with a positive point of view, because I think I put my expectations quite up high and I get frustrated if it is anything less than that. But right now, looking back, my expectation of that day was anyway unrealistic. Like Leah's 6 hours long in the daycare and we live in the outskirts, so with commuting time there was barely 4 hours left in good situation, and if you add up traffic in a big city you even have less. So we did the most that could have been done, but I think it was just combination of things. It's not that Snickers advertisement where they joke about like people being hungry and that they need to snack on Snickers to improve their mood. It's about me, just to put out there. I handle hunger really, really badly. It was 3 o'clock and we have not eaten anything. Ideally, I was thinking about going to the Christmas market together with Falco and then picking up some cake pieces. None of that happened. And I had to directly take Leia to the music class, which we eventually did. And it was nice, you know. I always make it sound like if it's a punishment for me to spend time with her, which absolutely is not. I think I just want to stretch time in a day to more than there is, because I want to do everything I want to do without her so that we can also enjoy like this adult life, and then without compromising I want to have time together with her. So obviously no brainer that I would not have chosen any option where Leia was not included in my birthday. Actually, truth being told, Falco even told me to stay in the city if I would want to, and that he would go back to pick her up, but as told, that was nothing that I wanted. I wanted both, and it was just simply unrealistic. On a good note, as long as we were on the music class, Falco ran across different bakeries, found the closest he could find to the cake pieces that I would like, bought some decor bits in the grocery store. When I returned, there was this little surprise for me. And later in the evening, I went out with my mom friends. I think that was the best decision. For a brief second, I was contemplating canceling it, but thanks God I did not follow on that thread. We went to a tacos place and had a good chat, complained and laughed, and then ended up on the Christmas market, which was close by. I also wanted to say that they were so thoughtful. To be frank, living in Germany, when it comes to other people apart from my family, I have lowered my expectations, so I was not expecting any gifts, because I find it, or at least in the circles that I am at, it's not very common to do gifts. I'm very specific about what I like, and I'm also not the best at pretending I like something but I don't. So yeah, I don't know, I found it very thoughtful that even one of the moms really took a peek on my Instagram on the things that I have, bought me this taper candles for the Stoffnagel candle holder, the one that I have, beautiful burgundy color. I don't know, the light is so bad today, I don't know if you can tell. And coincidentally, I have ordered additional elements to this Stoffnagel candle holder that hasn't arrived as of yet. That's why they are still, not packed out, waiting for me to style the table. I think it's gonna be beautiful on the Christmas table, as we're hosting Falco's parents this year at us as well. And another one got me a little vase from Motel o Mio, one of the stores that I've often shown in my vlogs or on my Instagram as well. Very, very cute pottery store. And then lastly, the other mom got me my favorite lip gloss by Gisou, a new color that I don't have, which is sticky toffee, and it just tastes like toffee. I don't know how they do that, but it's delicious and very autumnal. Color is beautiful as well, caramel brown. That was that. The day was 10 times better than I somehow portrayed it throughout this vlog. At least that's how I felt when I was editing it. And I definitely wanted to quickly tune in and make clarity with regards to that. You guys, chronology of this video is just all over the place. I have to already excuse myself for the upcoming section where my face looks so reflective and glowy, and it's because of the artificial lights, and I didn't have the time to powder myself, or to be frank, I didn't even notice that it was that bad as it looks. But just jumping back, I wanted to also mention in this vlog the other gifts that I got from my friends and family that I somehow completely forgot to mention. And I feel like that if they are watching this video, they'll be like, didn't she like our gifts? Why didn't she mention it? And it's definitely not the case. Somehow, you know, having filmed this entire vlog scattered across weeks totally flew out of my mind. But as I'm in the bathroom, let me quickly grab a few things that were very kind add-ons into my skincare. First and foremost, if you've been long enough here, you definitely know that I've been using the Caudalie Vino Perfect Serum since more than a year now, and I've recommended it to everyone that I know because I think it creates the perfect base for the makeup. It really tackles the dark spots and does the great job if your skin is sensitive and cannot bear the vitamin C serums. It's something that I genuinely use every single day, and I was just running out of my previous one, so I wished for one of those and I got it. Another very kind gift from my friends is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Duo, and this is the one that I've been currently using. You can see it's just finished. I'm just trying to leak out the rest of the product from the pot, not to waste any. It's that good. When my friends approached me asking what I would wish for the birthday this year, it was honestly no brainer for me to ask for the very same one. Unfortunately, Tom Ford products are so expensive that you have to be really sure that you love it to take that plunge. I think this is what every makeup lover's dreams are made of. The depth of this contour, it's not too dull and too cool, but not also very bronzy. And the highlight has almost no shimmer. It's just like wet glide on your face. Super natural. Very, very glad to have it. It comes in this little pouch as well, extra bougie. I also purchased this too by Fro lip liners on my own for my birthday. A girl that I've been supporting over 10 years on YouTube launched her own brand, and she was so nervous about it and felt like that I grew up together with her and I could almost shiver together with her for her upcoming brand launch. She shared exclusive access lists to her long-term followers, and yeah, without a lot of expectations, placed an order for this too. Surprisingly, it also arrived in the post on the same day of my birthday, which was a great treat. Beautiful pink sorbet color and the milk chocolate. Probably can't see it right now because I'm wearing also lip gloss on top of everything, but love the creaminess of it. It's just such a beautiful product. Honestly, you should try it for yourself. And the very last one is this new perfume that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's by Diptyque called Philosopos. I honestly don't know where I was up until now, why no one mentioned this perfume to me. It is embodiment of fig tree in a perfume, like entire tree with branch, with fruit, a little bit of spice. It's like happy place. Maybe it's just the childhood memory that I have growing up in a house where there were multiple fig trees. There is something special about this perfume for me. So honestly, I'm obsessed with it so much that I'm thinking about purchasing the static one. And this was a gift by Falco's parents together with a beautiful bouquet that also arrived. So yeah, all in all, felt showered with love. Honestly, on days like this, I really feel who is with me with their thoughts and their attention and with their choices as well, like how much focus and attention is given to the detail. So feeling very, very grateful. In the next section, you're gonna see me unbox Hermès scarf that was Falco's gift that I picked up in a few days time. I did not really film the true unboxing of it, but it's absolutely fine because I found out that it was having some stain, and whoever has dealt with Hermès or their silk scarves knows how delicate they are, and obviously it can happen to me as well. You could take it to the dry cleaning, but I did not want to have a freshly unboxed product that already had a stain at hand. So I quickly chatted with my sales associate and changed it. Unboxing of it is that you're gonna see in the next segment. You guys, how frustrating. I filmed everything, including the unboxings of my Hermès exchange as well as something that I got at Eilenkönig. I came empty-handed from Cartier, even though I placed an order, and retold all of that and just realized that mic was not on. So I'm repeating everything, bear with me. So I had an appointment at Cartier at 10 a.m. and that's the time when the store is opening up. Even though the rouleaus were not even up, there were 12 parties standing, so I got a mini heart attack because we were together with Leia. It's weekend, it's winter, so I thought like, my goodness, what that's gonna be. But luckily they had enough sales associates allocated for those with whom they have made appointments. And the guy who helped me out was super, super nice. He really took the time to show me all the pieces that I wanted. Also, just realized that my nails have never looked worse, like half chipped. Terrible. I did not even realize that up until I was there and started to try on the rigs. It made me feel so uncomfortable, and I commented myself excusing the situation on my hands, and it was like absolutely nothing to be apologizing for. But it's crazy, right? How it can make us feel. You know, out of all the days I would have loved today my nails to be trimmed and looking neat, and it's a lot worse than it usually is. Anyhow, now why did I come empty-handed is that they did not have the version of the ring that I picked for myself in yellow gold in stock, and they had to place an order, so it's going to be coming sometime next week and I'm going to be contacted to pick it up. I'm going to put the model once again on the screen for you to see. I was pretty determined that I'm going to be taking the Clash ring, but I was not sure if the thinner version, if white gold or the yellow gold. I tried the double baguette one, the very thick one. That was very pretty, but it would have been a ring that you wear as a standalone piece, you know, when you don't wear anything else but like maybe on the middle finger or the pointy finger. Just very beautiful, but I think in combination with other rings it looked really, really dominant and out there. I've mentioned it multiple times that I'm at the stage of my life where I cannot switch jewelry pieces very often. Some constantly out of time, so I need things that work together, and at the moment it would not be an option for me. I thought that the thinner version would have been the best fit for me because I am rather small and my fingers are not the shortest but are not longest either, but somehow I felt like the details that make the Clash rings stand out, you know, those spikes being really visible and prominent, somehow the beauty of it was not very out there visible, and so we both agreed that the medium size was nicer fit for me. Apologies that I don't have any type of footage, even though it was something that I really, really wished for, not only just for social media, but I love to look at those things, you know, once again, when I try to contemplate on purchasing, having footage on an own hand and body is really something else than seeing it out there on TikTok or on YouTube. I was once again convinced about it because I also tried a number of bracelets. They're thin Cartier Love bracelet. That is on top of my wish list when it comes to bracelets. I know it's so basic, I've mentioned it multiple times, but I find it so, so elegant. He brought the version without diamonds. He brought the medium version with diamonds on every second love element, and then he also brought dress and glue thin bracelet with a little bit of pavé diamonds in white gold, and I also got to try the Love Unlimited. I did not mention that, but he brought it on his own. I found it very, very pretty, how flat it lies, how comfortable it feels, and also how beautifully it catches the light. But once again, if you are building up your bracelet collection or just starting with it, I don't think if I would be daring enough to give out so much money on something that is so fresh on the market. I find the Love bangles being out there for 60 years has its own reason. It's iconic. Yeah, it's a classic. Unfortunately, no pictures or videos. Once again, I envy those other who get to try and film that in the stores. I guess different countries are different with that regards. In Germany, they are really strict and straightforward with regards to that. I got told of last time when I tried to film, and even now, like every time the guy would stand up to bring new piece, he would take all the jewelry with him. I don't know if there has been some cases of like people substituting it with fakes or just taking it and running away. I don't know, but he was not even leaving anything on the table for me to just make a quick snap. After that, we popped in at Hermès. As we told, I wanted to exchange my scarf. I don't know how I'm gonna do it right now. Maybe I'm gonna show you the original unboxing as a layover because it's not the real unboxing anymore. But just to say once again, my sales associate was so, so sweet. She, without any complaint, without any question, intention behind, just looked at it, said like, of course I can see this little stain and should not be keeping something for this price which already has stain. So she brought me to the corner where they have scarves, and I got to try once again few more that were interesting for me. That's where I see that I'm very determined. I know what I like because I went with the same print, just in different color, because they did not have the very exact one. And obviously it would have been possible for me to take a store credit and place an order. It would have arrived. I did not consider this color also anyhow less than what I picked in the first place. I'm gonna put on the screen as well the screenshot of the one that was the strongest contender for me. It depicts some dreamy picture of the Faubourg store, the flagship store of Hermès, with balloons and very beautiful blue-green theme with soft pink piping around it. It was gorgeous. I think I could have worn it, but Falco was right, hinting that I don't really wear that much blue-green colors, and I wouldn't exactly know how everything what I have could be combined with it. So instead, I went with a safe bet, so to say. Okay, I just placed the ring once again. This is the Morse ring in larger size that helps you tie the scarf beautifully in different forms and versions. As told, I once again picked the Academia Hippica, rather beigey background instead of the white one that I had, and it has this orange piping, which I also think that will beautifully tie with the orange cashmere beanie that I have. I don't know, it's so difficult to show because it's huge. Look at all the details, like the horse, and if you look at it completely, you also have horse scheme going on. It has not such subtle details, which shows that it's a Hermès silk scarf, like this round wheel with H's all over it, you know, all the horses. I think this is the best way that you can see the colorways of it, and I think I'm very, very glad that I got to choose this one. Just back to the topic, I'm so relieved that I got the scarf with exactly same print that I liked. And later, whilst laying napped and it was raining, we thought we're gonna pop in at one of my other favorite stores in Hamburg, which is by Eileen König's store. This weekend they have 25% off knitwear, and even though I got something that is also a knit in a way, it counts as an accessory. Well, it's an accessory and it doesn't fall under the reducted category, so I had to buy it full price, but it's so beautiful. You tell me what you think. I think it looks so beautiful with brunettes. They had it in off-white color, gray, and sort of mocha beige color. But this, I think, goes perfectly with my white coat as well as the brown one that I have. And it's also a non-branded version of very high quality alpaca wool and organic wool mix. Very warm. And they also have jumpers in the very same knit and colorway, so you could match it. Love the aesthetic, love everything she creates, love also the pop-up corners that they have inside. Anyway, keeping it short, that was the day. We had fun. We also were shortly on the Christmas market in the central area, fed Leia, ate something ourselves as well, and yeah, then returned back home. I'd say, even though I don't have like the main gift of my birthday, this is it for my birthday vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, please don't forget to show it by clicking that like button. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free of charge. Consider to subscribe, to ring the bell to be notified for the further uploads. I'm trying my best as a mom of toddler who is also working to find time or be awake late nights to prepare those vlogs to upload. And if you're enjoying it, why not support, right? So have a great week ahead, you guys, and I'm gonna see you on my next one.